Hi, welcome to another episode of Cold Fusion, where I cover anything in science, technology, business or history. In 2016, a large amount of Bitcoin was stolen from an exchange. The event was considered as one of the biggest mysteries in crypto, but who stole the money and where were they? Some answers would come in February of 2022, when a New York-based former Forbes contributor turned amateur rapper, as seen here, and her husband were just arrested and charged with stealing $4.6 billion in Bitcoin.
This morning, the Justice Department announcing the largest single seizure of funds in the department's history, recovering billions of dollars in missing Bitcoin.
This story has everything, right? You have a big hack, you have a big theft, you have a very colorful couple at the center of all of this.
This is a bizarre story, so sit back, relax, and enjoy as we take a ride through the blockchain to chase down a married couple's attempt at a multi-billion-dollar heist.
You are watching Cold Fusion TV.
The story starts with the place that the Bitcoin was stolen from, Bitfinex. Since its founding in 2012, the Bitfinex exchange has had a shady history. From hacks to covering up losses, being unable to find banks, and fines by the CFTC were all par for the course. But the biggest disaster happened in 2016 when their Hong Kong exchange was hacked. Almost 120,000 Bitcoin was stolen directly from users' wallets. It was pandemonium. Withdrawals were halted and trading was stopped. Once the news of the hack spread, Bitcoin dropped by over 20%. To be clear, it wasn't the Bitcoin blockchain that was hacked, but just the Bitfinex exchange where people traded Bitcoin. As a reaction to the hack, Bitfinex customers had their balance reduced by 36% and would receive tokens in proportion to their loss. The crypto community was on the case. Everyone was curious as to who the hackers were, but it would take a number of years to finally track them down. Details of exactly how the hack happened aren't 100% clear yet, even after all of these years, but one of the lead theories is something like this. The hack was possible because Bitfinex was using a third-party service called BitGo to secure its users' wallets. It was BitGo's servers that got hacked, and the hacker ordered the system to send all of the Bitcoin to an account of their choosing. For years after the hack, the crypto community had a hawk eye on the movements of the stolen coins through the blockchain. Everybody could see where the coins were going, but nobody knew who the owners of the coins were. Before long, these coins became banned and blacklisted from other crypto exchanges all over the blockchain. This meant that the hackers couldn't convert the Bitcoin into fiat currency. They needed another way. 25,000 coins out of the 120,000, or about 21% of them, were shuffled around in a complex laundering process. The coins were split into tiny pieces and exchanged for other cryptocurrencies and spread around. Bizarrely, some of the purchases included gift cards for Uber, Walmart, and PlayStation. Some of the laundered Bitcoin was even used to buy some gold and NFTs. It was all very curious. Some keen blockchain analysts think that other parts of the stolen Bitcoin were paid to a so-called cash-out service on the dark net. This is where a user would pay someone on the dark net with Bitcoin. The user would receive an equivalent amount of cash minus a fee that was put in a vacuum-sealed bag and left in a secret location. The user would then be given the exact GPS coordinates as to where to pick it up. As for the rest of the stolen Bitcoin, it just sat there for another 4.5 years due to all of the blacklisting. It was too risky to move. There were just too many eyes on it. That was until August of 2021, when suddenly $760 million moved from the original hacker's wallet to a new crypto wallet. It looked like the perpetrators had finally gotten tired of sitting on the coins and they wanted to make a run for it. They used a complicated method of transactions that split the coins up into many pieces, but eventually all of the coin movements landed them back into the same wallet. It was a very interesting development. The movements of funds alerted the authorities and the chase was on. With special tools like Elliptic, the complicated movement of coins was tracked. After an investigation, it was found that the crypto wallet belonged to 34-year-old startup founder Ilya Lichtenstein. Lichtenstein and his wife, Heather Morgan, aged 31, allegedly conspired to launder the money according to the Department of Justice. Authorities managed to link the stolen coins to crypto exchange accounts owned under the couple's names. So who were these two? Now this is where things get really interesting, ironic, and just downright bizarre. Lichtenstein was a Russian US national. He grew up in Chicago and attended the University of Wisconsin. According to those who knew him, he was described as quiet and observant, but he had a guarded wall around him. While Lichtenstein was the co-founder of a blockchain startup, since the arrest, most of the focus has been on his wife, Heather Morgan.
And if you don't know about me, I'm a serial software entrepreneur who started multiple successful companies. One is a multi-million-dollar profitable one that I started